Hello beautiful people of the internet. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do Lizzie Hartz's makeup. And this also goes with the costume tutorial, and I will have a link to that in the description. And if you want to know how to make this, then just keep on watching.
So starting off with some concealer, this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10. And placing that under your eyes in a triangle shape, and then also adding it on your eyelids as well. If you don't want to use this, you can use an eye primer as well on top of your eyes. And then just blend that with your ring finger. And now taking a red eyeshadow and a lid brush. This is just a cheap one from e.l.f. And placing that on your lid. And if you're using a not so pigmented color, you want to really pack it on so you get that bright, vibrant red. And do that to both eyes. Now taking a smaller brush, you're going to want to start drawing the heart shape on your left eye. And we're going to become a beautiful little Lizzie Hartz. So taking a lipstick, I'm just using a cheap one from NYC, and the small little brush. You can freehand the heart, or you can print out a stencil and just cut out the heart on a piece of paper. But my sister had to do this for me, so she said she was really good at freehanding it, so I just let her do it. And then using the same brush, you're going to want to fill it in as well. You may think it's kind of weird to be using a lipstick on your face, but it works as a face paint, and we're going to end up setting it with powder later so it won't be as sticky on your face. I will have to say though, if you are dealing with little ones, this is probably not the thing to use. I'd probably recommend using a face paint because it does quite smudge a little bit easier than a face paint would. So if you have little ones running around and they'll touch their face a bunch, this is probably not the way to go. And once you have filled it in and it is all red, now taking the same red powder, we're going to tap it on top to give it more vibrance and also to kind of mattify it. After I did this, I wanted it a little bit more matte, so I did take a translucent powder and pat that on top of it as well. And this is what it looks like. And now taking a blending brush and a darker brown, we're going to place that on our brush and then start blending that on our right eye in the crease and also on the outer corner. To add a little dimension in our eyes and also not to make it so flat. And then I'm just applying a little bit more red on the lid. Taking a spray bottle and put some water in it, and I'm spraying that lightly on my brush. And dipping it back in the red and applying it on top. And this is going to make the color a little bit more intense and more vibrant. Now taking the L'Oreal Infallible shadow in the shade Ice Latte, and taking a slightly smaller brush and just placing that on our right eye. Just to add a little shimmer and open up our eyes a little bit more. Using a black eyeshadow, this is just a Wet n Wild one, and using a blending brush, the one we used earlier, I'm just blending that in the crease and the outer corner, just to kind of smoke it out and make it look a little more intense. And now using the same red color again, and lightly applying that on our bottom lash line. And then taking the same L'Oreal shade again and placing that in our inner corner on both eyes. And once you are done with that, I'm taking the e.l.f. cream eyeliner and an angled brush. I'm just going to line my upper lash line. And making a slight wing at the end. And if I didn't mention already, my sister is doing my makeup. And now that we have one eye done, we want to do the other eye. And if you're not that good at eyeliner, it is totally okay. You can skip this step or just have someone do it for you, like I did. And once you are done with that, now we are going to make our lashes full and beautiful. And I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes. And using an eyelash curler, you're just going to want to first curl your lashes. And then taking the mascara, just apply that on your lashes. You're going to want to do quite a thick coat on the top and bottom because it's going to make us more like a doll. And if you would like, you could apply false lashes later on. Now using the Rimmel Stay Matte, and taking a brush, just lightly applying that on our face to mattify our face. And now using the Lorac Pro Contouring Palette, and using a slightly lighter brown shade on the brush that comes with it, we're going to lightly contour. So just make a little fishy face and then press that underneath your cheekbones to give us a little bit more dimension and make us look more like a doll. And you're going to want to also add it down the bridge of your nose. And also across your chin. And now using a brown shade, I'm just going to be filling in my eyebrows. Now if you were using the Lizzie Hearts wig, I'd probably recommend using a black to make it blend in with the black hair she has. But the fact that I have brown hair, I'm just going to leave it brown. And once you are done with that, taking the Wet n Wild, this is a blush in the color Pearlescent Pink, and using a blush brush, just smile and then brush that on the apples of your cheeks. And you want to apply a little bit more blush than you normally would because it is a doll and they look absolutely perfect. And now using the NARS Corella Lip Pencil, and this is a matte one, I'm just lining my lips first, And then eventually I'm going to fill them in, and I like using a lip brush with that. I feel like I have a little bit more control. And with this one, it's a lot harder to kind of get it on your lips since it's in a pencil. And you can totally use a cheaper lipstick like the one I used on my face earlier. Just make sure that it is red. And this is the complete makeup look. I absolutely love it. It looks so adorable with the costume. And if you would like to see the tutorial for the costume, I will have a link for that in the description as well. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!